Yeah, I did it. I thought I'd get one of the volumes of the pieces of paper, but I guess not.
Defenders of Tyria, when Zaitan rose from slumber, the dragon found a long-dead nation and claimed it. The dragon expected the rest of Tyria to be as easily conquered. But we live, and we breathe, and we fight. All races, all orders, and all paths of life stand against Zaitan. The dragon is a fearsome enemy. It wants nothing more than to paralyze us with doubt. But I tell you this, we are not afraid. We will never kneel.
Yeah, so to explain what happened last night, we were streaming and we had an internet outage. So randomly, in the middle of my stream, it just shut off. So let's get back into it. Alright. So we gotta go back through this one. Because we were in the middle of it when it cut out. We are, I think, 65 and a half. Oh no, almost 66. Shoot, Lucas. Okay, so now we talk to the mother.
We seek your wisdom.
Bide a while. I have much to show you both. Come to me. Let me show you the way.
Let's do this again. Yeah, it was. I thought the game might crashed. We must walk through the portal. Well, my guy, you were the one talking, so it's on you.
Was once beautiful. A nation to rival Kryta, Ascalon, and Ilona. The human gods lived in the city of Arar, and the people here were blessed. After the gods left, the humans banded into guilds and warred upon each other. The guild wars caused great devastation.
To the ancient city of Arar,
and the nations
dragon's
faltered.
stronghold. That is your goal. Along the way, you will glimpse things that may yet come to pass.
May come to pass. Hey. I thought one of my signets healed. That'll be alright. We'll run with it. Almost level 66. Not bad. Which we still got some work to do on our hero. Still gotta unlock the Willbender. That is true. Very true. This is where we DC'd last night.
Defenders of Tyria, when Zaitan rose from slumber, the dragon found a long-dead nation and claimed it. The dragon expected the rest of Tyria to be as easily conquered. But we live, and we breathe, and we fight. All races, all orders, and all paths of life stand against Zaitan. The dragon is a fearsome enemy. It wants nothing more than to paralyze us with doubt. But I tell you this, we are not afraid. We will never kneel. Do you feel that? The dragon hears us. To Arar and victory!
Is this a vision of the future? Mother, I do not understand. I'm no general.
You must be what Tyria needs you to be, my son. You have more courage than you realize.
And now we have to follow the pale tree through the vision. Okay. Do that every time. Up. Oh, here we go. Yes, yes. Good, good. Wait for it. Sanctuary. Hey. Hey! That's cheating. Uh-oh. Pop this, pop this. Oh, he got... Oh, he charged through. I didn't even see him. Where is one? Give me your life force, little grub. And we leveled up. That's like a Cyclops. Ooh, medium crafting bag. And plus 35 the primary attribute. So now we can go back, talk to the pale tree. Yeah, I do feel like I need a little bit more mobility. Like, Feel My Wrath does give me a lot of speed, but not for very long.
The past taints the future. Our heroes have fallen. They must be redeemed. You are the catalyst. You must bring them together. Heal their wounds.
Oh. Now we must talk.
Where were you? We needed you. Snaff. I couldn't protect him. I can still hear him screaming.
Someone was going to die no matter what I did. Snaff or my queen. I had to make a choice. You would have done the same. Any of you! If the person you loved was in danger, you would have done the same.
Destiny's Edge disbanded after their loss against the Elder Dragon, Kralkatorrik. To this day, they have unresolved grievances with one another.
Oh, do we just have to listen to him? Thought it was gonna be like, solve it. Solve their problems.
It was your responsibility. Snaff trusted you, and you failed him.
I tried to keep him out of danger. I would have given anything to prevent his death.
It wasn't enough. You weren't enough. You should have died, Heir, instead of him.
Logan was called away by his queen. Yet Heir chose to fight the Elder Dragon. They lost. Glint died, along with Snaff, Soldier's mentor and friend.
Makes sense.
It's so very hard. They can't stop arguing. They can't understand that the dragons are more important. They'd throw everything away. I'm alone. I'm tired.
Come back to me. If the world must end, let us spend our last days in each other's arms.
These visions represent a possible future for Destiny's Edge, should they not resolve their quarrels. We need them to reconcile, if we're to defeat Zaitan. Where was I? Oh yes, the Guild Wars. Still angry over the loss of Ascalon, the Char struck hard while humanity fought with itself. The Char ravaged Ascalon with searing cauldrons and marched on Or. As hope failed, an Orion named Vizier Kilbron read the lost scrolls and unleashed an ancient curse. The curse annihilated the Char army, but it destroyed Or as well. A cataclysm plunged the nation into the ocean. Everything was lost.
This is the tomb of the kings of Or. Walk inside and seek truth, but be warned. The future can change in the blink of an eye.
Oh no. We mustn't meddle with the future. I do feel as if I am getting like weaker almost, or the enemies are getting stronger. Well, no going back now. Block some stuff. Cleanse. Swap. Alright, not bad. Let's talk to this last king.
To see the sky, feel once more the wind and the sun. Although my nation is drowned, a slow blood still pulses in its veins. Or was once the heart of Tyria, so full of life. I was the last of a line of proud rulers. Now my nation is enslaved. What do you seek here? Or has nothing left to give, save ash and bones?
We came to fight Zaitan. Can you give us counsel?
Zaitan can be defeated, but that will not save Or. The land must be cleansed of this poison. Seek the source.
Is Zaitan the source, or is there some other poison that fouls Or? Please, tell us.
Seek the source. Cleanse Or. Seek the source.
Thanks for the help, guy. Okay, so now we go back out. We must save them. Okay. I'm gonna lie, music kinda scared me.
Your last challenge on the road to Ara will be the Guardian of the Gate. Beyond this, I cannot foretell. Once before, I gave this sword to a beloved son. Now,
I pass it on to you, Traherne. Its name is Caladbol. Bear it with honor, and the sword will never fail.
Where's my sword?
Test yourselves against the Guardian, then return to me in the grove.
That's a cool sword. I want a cool sword. Alright, so let's go test ourselves against the Guardian. Or the Gate Guardian. You will let us pass. Alright. Alright, let's do it. Ah. Always get knocked down. Summon the sword. Yeah, that Sword of Justice is pretty good. And now we must speak with the Pale Tree. I'd say the innocent. We'll keep it pure. We will be pure. Pure of heart, pure of mind.
To know the future, even the mere possibility can be a great burden. I am sorry, brave heroes, that you must walk this path.
Must these things come to pass, Mother? Must I take up Caladbolg and travel into the heart of Or?
You must both take up this mantle. Traherne, your duty is to cleanse Or. Your friend shall aid you, and then face the dragon.
And Claw Island. Can we retake it and save Lion's Arch?
I believe so. But that will not be your first test. The dragon seeks to destroy its enemies before they can strike. You see within the dream that Zaitan's forces enter battle, not against Lion's Arch, but at the heart of your order.
My order headquarters? No! How could that be? How could Zaitan even know?
Those who have been corrupted reveal everything to Zaitan. Nothing is secret, least of all those places where his enemies hide.
If my friends are in danger, I have to go to them. They have no warning. They'll be slaughtered.
I will go with you. Our fates are bound together, and from this day forward, we fight as one.
Farewell, valiant souls. May your wild hunt be successful, and may your courage illuminate the dark of night.
Oh no, we must go save our friends. We'll do that then. Alright, that was nice. That was a lot. So we can get an Exodus. We'll save that if we need it. Got a bunch of stuff to sell. Where does it go? It probably goes to Lion's Arch. Priory assailed. Yeah, I need to farm some gold so I can start doing the guild stuff. Get some more people on with me.
Look there, the Pale Tree was right. The Derman Priory is overwhelmed. We'll have to fight our way in.
The scholars need our help. We need to gather everyone we find. Build a fighting force as we head in.
Good idea. Be cautious, Magister. These Orions are fueled by the dragon's hatred, and it is strong right now.
Don't worry, my friend. I'll watch your back, you watch mine.
Protect the Priory at any cost.
Let's go.
If we lose their knowledge, Mother help us. Zaitan's army has grown.
Jump in. I'm not even hitting anybody. Am I supposed to run in? Yes. Did they use that gun? They did.
Get back! It's overloading. It's going to explode.
Oh goodness.
That mega laser bolt was gigantic. Steward Gix, are you alright?
I'm fine. Poor, brave scholars. Our explorers fought well, but we were no match for the Risen.
More undead are coming. What can we do to defend against them?
Go downstairs, to the vaults. Defend the research teams. They can help us raise an appropriate defense. Break out the emergency weapons supply. Tell them to gather every obscure invention and ready every inscrutable device. We are not giving up. Once you clear the undead out of the vaults, get back up here. My magic can only hold back the Risen for a short while.
We'll hurry. Do everything
We must hurry.
Just give us time.
Greetings and salutations.
We're here to help. Shooting from here? I really don't like the guns in this. Yeah, I'm dropping it. I also noticed that I keep interrupting myself, basically. Alright. Sword back down. Pop this again, so pop one.
If we hadn't arrived in time, the Priory would have been lost. Thank the pale tree.
The Mother Tree is very wise. I'm glad we saw her. If the Priory had fallen, we'd never be able to defend Lion's Arch. Do you remember what she said? With unity, many impossible things can be achieved. She was right. The Priory can't fight Zaitan like this. We may have the knowledge, but we lack both an army and the resources.
We can't have that kind of peace-loving, low-down poltroon talk. Did the Risen strike you on the head? We cannot give up the struggle.
Steward, the other orders of Tyria share our concerns about the dragons. The Priory should contact them and divulge information on ore.
Terrible idea. The Order of Whispers are underhanded backstabbers, and those brainless warmongers in the Vigil are even worse.
You're wrong, Winnet. They simply have their own ways of fighting Zaitan. Both would be staunch allies in this war.
Perhaps you're right. The fact that Zaitan could strike at the Priory's heart shakes me to the core. I trust you, Magister. And I trust Traherne. Go to the other orders. Set up a meeting. Tell them that the Dermond Priory respectfully wishes to negotiate terms of accord.
Thank you, Steward. I'll do everything I can.
Sweet. Got 31 bags of loot. Goodness. We will save it for later. Alright, so now we can exit. We leveled up. We're gonna need a lot in our Willbender. And I already have... Oh my god. Yeah, we're doing Virtues and Zeal. So I might put Radiance on there just to have it until we unlock the training. I don't even know. Either that or maybe we just got to be 71. It might be. So we'll just save it for now. Oh, what is that? Oh, a little day stream. What is happening, my guy? Yeah, I was streaming last night and it it just randomly cut off, and I was like, oh, the game crashed, and I looked over and it was like trying to reconnect where there was an internet outage. Did it? I don't know what time it ended up coming back on. I actually went downstairs and we went to the bedroom and then we just laid in there and read my book for about an hour and a half.
So, I see Gix stumbled out of his library and the preceptor crawled out of her hole.
I see you're not letting rationality get in the way of your ignorance, Almora. How predictable.
Who are you calling ignorant, you twitchy little bookworm?
Wonderful. I see we're off to a running start. The Order of Whispers needs allies, not infants.
Alright, let's see how well this goes.
Enough bickering, all of you. Our real enemy lurks across the waves. Zaitan's servants march at the gates of Lion's Arch. We must band together, or we will all be destroyed.
When I joined my order, I swore to fight Zaitan. I will die for Tyria if I must. However, I believe that together we can win. The Vigil has shown tremendous courage.
Back to the cave. Alright, I'll talk to you later, my guy.
Well, why back down? The Order of Whispers has seen nations rise and fall. You cannot hide from this threat. You need to make a stand. And who knows more about the dragons than the Priory? Just think of how much there is to learn. Where else but in ore?
By the worlds of eternal alchemy, you're bold. But you're correct. Knowledge is useless if it is not used.
Oop, my bad.
We shall aid you.
The Order of Whispers has worked for generations to bring nations together. We can do no less now. Our blades are yours.
The Vigil fears nothing, not even ill-tempered, undisciplined louts like these two. We'll join, but I insist there's a decent hierarchy. Who will lead this compact?
Logic dictates that it cannot be a member of any of our orders, lest one be seen as above the other two. Quite a conundrum.
I've already considered that. Traherne, you've never joined an order, yet they all respect you. You've studied ore all your life. Will you lead us?
I never wanted to be a soldier. I'm only a seeker of truth. But, yes, I will lead this pack to the gates of Ara, and together, we will see Zhaitan destroyed. First, to Claw Island. Let us send our defiant message straight into the heart of Ore. Tyria stands as one. All my life, I've watched Ore, studied it, researched the abominations
so that's
of
it?
Zhaitan's spawns. I have avoided the challenge of my wild hunt. I hid, always claiming I was not yet ready. I did not think Ore could be cleansed. I feared failure, but you're right. It is time to act. We'll either cleanse the land, or return to it.
Alright, time to go. Now we gotta go back to Claw Island. And repel the Force. Retribution. Yeah, so far I'm liking the Guardian. I think I'm actually liking it the second time I played. The first time it was kind of thrown against the wind, trying to level up, do different things, or do instances and dungeons. And I think this is probably the best way to do it, is just don't rush it. Alright, we ascend the stairs. Alright. Brief me, my guy.
Marshal Traherne, sir. I'm Efoot, liaison for the Vigil troops. The Lion Guard are clearing some road, but the inner courtyard gate is blocked.
My Priory explorers brought a biomantic siege capacitor, Marshal. Our top mystics have been working on it for some time. It could be useful.
I've heard of that device. Whisper's agent stole a copy of the blueprints, but we couldn't figure out your bizarre telemetry. There's a working prototype?
Of course. Nothing's beyond the Priory's intelligence. Unfortunately, it's a portable model, so it lacks the power to blast through a fortified gate.
Yeah, just take your time. Like, and I've played before, but it's
clever.
I think more it was button smashing and just finding the chase of loot. And this is now my second playthrough, almost probably 12 years later, is more focused on the story. And hello, thank you for joining our stream.
Still, there are far too many undead between here and the signal tower.
Leave that part to me. The Vigil may not understand your boo-boo-matic wheeze calculator.
Boo-boo-matic.
Plenty about killing undead.
Then we have a plan. Commander Efoot, move out. Your crusaders can guide the way.
All right.
Agent Zod, get that Priory device up to the signal tower and get it working.
Wait, I don't get to go fight? I gotta talk? Come on.
Is this what I think it is? How did they compress all those angles?
Yeah, like, and it is, like, it's a big game. To where it's like, on stream, I focus on the story, getting the levels story. Off stream, I, kind of delve more into, like, cooking and stuff like that, or just other things that bring me enjoyment. Not sure if somebody wants me to, sit here and cook for 6 hours, but hey, let him cook. I don't even know what we're doing. What are we doing? I'm so confused. Oh yeah. Hey, my guy, quit charging. That's it. And it's more like I've been invited to a couple world events, like with the worms and stuff like that, and it was fun. Where, like, I remember when I first started playing, coming from Guild Wars 1, it was like, but it was like, what do I do? And it's like, okay, let's just, keep in mind, let's level up, find a guild, do raids. Oh, can you do that? See, learn something new every day. Counts as an interrupt as well. On your lead, my guy. So I know I turned off the melee support so I can get all my whirling blade inside their hitbox. Yeah, the spear looks pretty cool. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go with the spear, but it could be a possibility. Mess that one up. Healing. See, and that's the one thing, I've always played as a tank. Always. In every game I've ever played, it was learning mechanics, you know, leading different raids. I missed one. Oh, no we didn't. Oh, that's my bad. Sorry, my guy. Oh. Did not mean to hit that. I know that's why I want to be tanky, but I also use the Litany of Wrath, so my damage output will keep me alive. So as long as I do damage, then I leech off of it. There we go. Yeah, so far I'm enjoying it. Which I think my first playthrough, I did the, what was it, Flame Bender or the Flame on the Guardian. And it was okay, but it was all condition damage. And I know in this game there really is no tank. There's more like a heavy support. But it'll be cool to see what goes on the accessories. We're gonna go down this way. Yeah, I don't know why. I'll hit tab and it's like it doesn't target someone, and then I just go flying with my greatsword. It's happened a couple times, but hey, makes for great stories. Yeah, I don't think I ever got into a story of a game. I mean, I was there for the story and they were good.
We've secured the docks.
But I don't think I've ever been really,
that big dragon thing will
I
be
guess,
on us the minute we charge in there.
like
We need to
interjecting
retake the
myself into
ramparts
the
and deploy
story.
siege weapons. Then we can cover the sky while we clear the courtyard.
I can help there.
Yeah,
Priory
700.
alchemists have crafted special ammunition to weaken champions like that one. We can force that monster to the ground.
Once you get it down, we'll get it dead. Put your trust in Vigil Steel.
We must attack the dragon. Now, is that just from healing power? Is it always an AoE heal? Or is that just the way your class is set up? Let's go up this way. Which, I mean, for solo content, it sounds perfect. But I do understand to where it's like you find something and you kind of wish that... Let me guess, you want me to kill this thing? Alright. I heard that they made Berserk squishy. So, which I have. A warrior I haven't played in a long time. We had to escort you up there for you to tell me what a shitty job I'm doing. Alright then. Oh, didn't mean to do that either, but hey. Oh, probably resurrecting engineer. Yeah, I can understand that, why it's more squishy. We did that one. Let's run over here. A little space to breathe. Oh, they're all veterans, that's why. Oh goodness, this could be bad. Nailed it! The male char. Now, did you come from Guild Wars 1? Or did you start at Guild Wars 2? Yeah, Guild Wars 1 was fun. In the peak days, it was... Oh, we are stuck. It was fun. Getting your 25, 50, 75k armor and stuff like that. It was a challenge. And there wasn't like... You got your mercenaries, but you couldn't really go out and do stuff like on Guild Wars 2. You could, but to a certain point, and it was hard. Now we gotta go all the way... My guy, quit getting stuck on that. What's going on here? We'll run across the battlefield. Yeah, the last time I actually logged on, there was some people playing, but it was kind of dead. It was hard to find different things. So, I mean, unless you're in one of the guilds that are popular, it was hard to find support to do anything. But that's what it was all about. That's why it's called Guild Wars. You know? My guy, quit shooting me. Which will wait for him to get that done. And that should be all 3 of them. Yeah, I did. I always enjoyed playing Guild Wars 1. I mean, especially, oh man, that was like... God, my prime time playing was like probably when I was in high school. If not earlier, maybe 9th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade. Trying to kill you, my guy. Hold still. Ah, there's the veteran. I mean, we gotta do up top too. Crazy. Alright, let's kill a dragon. What's the one thing about the game that you enjoyed? Other than like the story. What's your favorite part to do? Did you enjoy the raids or the dungeons? We gotta get up on the trebuchets? Oh, we got some mortars. Oh, that's no good. Let's save ourselves there. I feel like this is a bad idea, but hey, whatever. Make us a little spot. I don't think I'm playing this right. Oh, no, my God. The one time you would dive to something. Alright, let's try this again. We're supposed to be... Whatever, I'm going in. Oh, my goodness. Oh. Hey. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, no good. I don't even know what I'm try this. Kill one of the grubs. Oh, my goodness. Is it the grubs that we gotta kill? Oh, my goodness. Fight it, my dude. We're not gonna make it. Oh, wrong one. Dude, you gotta quit. Uh-oh. Oh, he's almost dead. I was just taking a nap. Yeah, I like the fact that, like, in every book or story you always hear, dragons are, like, for the land. And in Guild Wars 2, they are, like, the ultimate evil against the land. Because even, like, the Tree of Life and stuff like that always reject them. So it's like, where are they from? What do they want? They want to enslave us! Oh. Yeah, 3... Oh, it does give you the healing leap of faith. Alright, so now we can go... talk to... Where is he at? Of course, he would be all the way up. My guy, humble yourself and come down. Might need to put... The sanctuary is nice because it repels them.
Remain strong.
But I need to get something... Either that or one, I just need to do a little bit more damage while I pop my healing.
The tide of history has changed, Traherne.
Indeed. Many people doubted. Even the Orders weren't truly certain it could be done. Never before has Tyria been so united. Let all hear the echo of this battle. We can defeat the dragons. We will.
Zaitan waits at the center of Or, surrounded by a nation of undead. The battle to destroy the dragon will not be easy, but it can be won.
There is a ruined fortress at the edge of Or, south of the Shattercleft Hills. From that high cliff, you can see the spires of Or rising beyond the Straits of Devastation. We will take this fort and make it our own. The Pact will rebuild it. We will place our banners, and from there we will strike at the dragon's heart. I will make plans with the leaders of the Orders and gather troops at that location. You deserve some well-earned rest, my friend.
Yes.
Join me when you are ready.
Let me sleep.
We will find a way to slay Zaitan.
Alright, see you soon. There's always time to get more gear. Alright, so that was that. So now we can leave. Okay, so now we just gotta get to 70, which not too bad. 3 levels off. We go in and do this one. I totally skipped this one. Let's yeah, we'll go get a waypoint there and let's run up here. Eat ourselves through the portal. Yeah, I always did. I like the story. The game doesn't force you to do the story. Like, you can go out and literally level all the way up by just crafting and doing stuff. Kind of like a free roam game. Run around, get some stuff. Yeah, I'd like to revive the guild that I had. It was about 25 to 30 people strong at one time that actually did all the core stuff, but yeah, it's long gone now. Yeah, I might try to recruit some people and just get something started. Nothing big. I gotta get better stuff. Let's yeah, we'll go back here. Yeah, at first I wasn't sure what kind of build I wanted to do. And then it's like, do I want to go, since there's not really a main tank in this game, do I want to go back to being tankier, or do I want to play solo and do basically self-sufficient? But even then, it's like, and then I've seen the Willbender for the newest one. So, really wanted to try that out. We gotta build snowmen, stop troublemakers, and keep the lodge cozy and safe. Bashing and smashing. Don't you point at me. Alright, well, let's go inside and see what we can do. Which, see, that's another thing. Should I be selling stuff, or should I salvage it? I think I'd probably end up with, like, runes and stuff, or at least stuff that can help me with my armor smithing.
Enough said.
So we built one. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the... Hey, I didn't mean to hit the ram. Grab the armor. One more. Alright. The way I like to do it, usually I run around, grab the waypoints, and then go back, get the points and vistas. Might as well just grab them. There's got to be a cave. Voila! Cave. Well, hello, Bascald Amor. How are you today? Wonderful. Just having a little fun time doing some story, leveling up, getting into our Guardian Norn playthrough. You play Guild Wars 2? That's about where I'm at. I think I got busy with work. Didn't have time to play. Rig wouldn't let me really play that much. Come on. What class you play? The last time I tried to play, it was, I think, right when Path of Fire came out with the mounts. And that's kind of what drew me in. So I started it, and that's where I left. I got to the skimmer and then left. I, like an idiot, I used the boost and literally had no idea how to play a necromancer. But I see a lot of people playing them. A lot of people, like, I never played a Mesmer from Guild Wars 1, but I know a lot of people have been getting into those too. Yeah, I haven't done any of that, so like it's gonna be fun. I did some of the Path of Fire, as obvious I have the mounts. Well, 3 of them. Like giant puppets from the sky. Yeah, I started playing and then I quit, and I wish I would have kind of stuck with it instead of like, I always had the problem of going back to the nostalgic games that I played with my friends or my best friend when he was still alive. So it's like it kind of kept me going back, experience new things, and kind of tell myself that it's okay, that it's allowed. Yeah, I would say I really like the Guardian. Yeah, ESO, I've done, well, I don't know what, I think I've beat everything up to the Gold Road. I'm not sure if that was their last expansion or not. But yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed the PvP, but again, on there I was a Templar. Basically just a shield Templar, which in PvP was unbelievable. It was a pretty cool, fun build, but it just got to the point where it was run here, run here, run here, and that was it. And if you didn't pay for the extra bags, you were always full. You couldn't carry anything. Or, I shouldn't say for the extra bags, but if you didn't pay for the subscription and you had the crafting bag, it was just something that I identified with it for a little while, and then it just kind of lost the heart of the Elder Scrolls, in my opinion. I love the Morrowind expansion. That was probably, I didn't mind Oblivion or Skyrim. They were cool, they were fun, but my main game was Morrowind. It was great. Yep. Yeah, I have a guild bank for free for my free space as well. Well, had. I don't know if it's still there. My wife, she got into it a little bit. Yeah, she more likes like Titan Quest and the Greek mythology, which I'm excited for Titan Quest 2. Hopefully when that comes out, I might switch to that, but we'll see. Right now it's just kind of looking for a good story, and I don't know, I never even thought of Guild Wars. I don't know, it was just like I had spent so much time playing Morrowind, you know, scouting the whole entire island, finding the hidden Dwemer artifacts and stuff. It was a blast. It was something that, I don't know, it just kept me into it. Especially the way that you start out nothing. You know, this is fun. but then it still kind of lost, just to me it lost something. I know some people may not agree with that, and that's perfectly okay, but to me I kind of just fell out of it. Like I remember me and my friend, we you couldn't play it multiplayer. We would play for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then we would save, log off, or basically sign out. They would play, load their game, and then that's how we played multiplayer back then on a lot of games. Always loved the Elder Scrolls. Online was, it was fun, only at level 20. Which, I don't know, and I understand that feeling. Like, going through like Diablo and all the other games. Like, I've played every class. On here, I have not played every class. But it's more or less the person I kind of cling to or identify with is a paladin. Or that's just my personality. That's what I like. What class do you, trickster, swashbuckler? So you would probably be more of a thief, or like maybe a mesmer, dual wielding sorcerer. Yep. Which, don't get me wrong, I love that in ESO it didn't really prohibit you from weapons. Like, my Templar used, for the longest time, it was two-handed with charge and then a bow, especially in PvP when we first started. But then I went to dual wielding daggers and then a greatsword, and that's what my Templar used. Two-handed axe, yeah. I don't know. There's some games, like another game I actually contemplated about streaming was The Witcher, because I really enjoy the whole story of The Witcher and how it comes together. So that was another possibility before I started doing Guild Wars. Charge just to clear that gap, and then, yep, swap and burn. Yep, I understand that. This might get bad. Pop our sanctuary, let's heal. Yep. Yeah, I think that's what I used on my two-handed with the charge. So I could literally, and a lot of it, they were critical hits. And you could go 1-to-1-to-1 and just, oh man, it was a great mobility skill as well. That was a long time ago, but I still remember it. Alright, so I think we're at the bottom here, but we'll run up this way. Yeah, I always did. I enjoyed playing ESO. The landscape was beautiful. I know in the beginning it did have a lot of issues with like disconnects and stuff, but I think the last time I played it was pretty like stable. The same with I played New World for the longest time. Same with my wife, and it was fun until you got to the end game, and then it just didn't click. And it took me a little while because it was, I don't know, when I play a game, I don't know why, but if there's guns, like, I disassociate from it. I don't know, especially if it's supposed to be like more of a medieval. But once I kind of embraced it, like, I had a lot of fun playing with the guns and like being like a trapper. Like, I don't know, it was just fun. It gave it a lot of more of like a backstory for me. And then when they came out with the flail, go figure, I ended up basically making a paladin. Where are we going? Oh, did I get it? I did get it. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It kind of got to the point, the same thing. Oh goodness, we're running. It seems like every time, and I don't know if this is true or not, it just my opinion, but like every time a PC game gets ported to console, it seems like the difficulty gets shut down, and then they'll come out with a patch to where it makes everything extremely hard, but a lot of PC players are like, well, this is what it used to be. And then people complain about it, and it gets nerfed again. I think right after I got out of the service, they came out with Diablo 3, and I was very excited about it, playing Diablo 2 all the time. It was fun. It was hard. It was not something that you just jumped on, you know, leveled all the way up. It took forever to get to 60. After that, even on the Inferno mode. Inferno mode especially back then, was ridiculous. I remember crafting the level 23 Deckard Cain set so we could magic find in the first act on Inferno mode. That's how ridiculous it was, but it was fun, you know? Nowadays, it's like everything is a loot drop, and you just play until enough loot drops that you become a god. And yeah, to some it's instant satisfaction, but it seems like games are moving away from that to instant satisfaction, to where every time a weapon drops, it has the same stats. It wasn't just about stacking crit damage, attack speed, critical hit chance, and then your main stat. No, you wanted everything. It was different. It was a whole different game when it came out. That's another thing. Like, you go back to Guild Wars 1, and like, you had to farm and farm and farm to get good stuff. And then once you did that, congratulations. You got to find a group to go through the next trial. You got through all that. You went to another spot, and you did it again. You farmed and farmed and farmed. You know, heaven forbid. Like, I remember making a 55 monk, where that's all the health they had, but they were like unkillable. It was ridiculous. It was those times that stick in my head, that echo. Like, those are the greatest times for me. Now I get to share that with my little one and my wife. My little one loves games just as much as I do. She also keeps me humble to where it's not all about gaming. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, when I came back, I don't remember blue armor or getting this many upgrades as I leveled. Like, I remember having to play, get a little bit of stuff, and then go check for upgrades. Now it seems like, in which this is kind of foreseen, there's so many expansions, so why would they make you sit on the original, you know, game base when they want you in the newest content that they've made? So everything before is going to get a lot faster. And it's okay in some games. Like, some games I applaud for it because, like, I remember, you know, going to and saving just to clear trash. Probably guess what game I'm talking about. But it was like so overabundant in time where the people basically became gamers for their job. Got so hooked into it they couldn't go to sleep at night. But it comes to a point, it's like, what's that healthy balance? Like, and that's, like, I am by no means am a game maker, but I love playing around with the Unreal Engine. And I've made a couple games to where it is kind of balanced. They do kind of work, but not too far in. But it's like, the more that I do it, I see easier tracks and the harder tracks, especially being, okay, at what point does it become a burden, and at what point does it become instant gratification? It's a very thin line, and like, it holds true. Like, Diablo 2 has the best balance on that line, and that came from all of them, from Bill Roper, Phil Shank, but also at the same time being complex in your runes, your weapon type, your socket numbers, stuff like that. It was a very simple yet complex system that kept people. A lot of people will say, well, you know, if you played the original Diablo 2, set items ruined Diablo. It kind of did. It did ruin Diablo 2 as a base game, because everything else, yeah, it was nice to have them as leveling, but I still have a non-expansion Sork that uses all the old stuff, because literally you can rush people on non-expansion all the way past, get to Act 4 in every difficulty, and then swap, and you still get to kill the Ancients, but you already have access to all that. And that's what the original Diablo 2 was not about. It was about you being the power, but yet, you know, getting to Act 4, you didn't have a mercenary. You fought the Lord of Terror by yourself. So that, just in that, accomplishing and beating Diablo 2 and watching the timer count down, that is nostalgia for me. Understanding the deed that you did and all the hard work that it took there, that's the gratification that we want. Because literally, then it all becomes, the top players will be the players that have the most time to play. So kind of we're pushing back to the early World of Warcraft stage. The more time that you had, the more items you will find, and therefore the better rolls you'll get. There's some people, like myself, but if I want to find something, I can find it. I don't know why, but that's just how it is. Don't take this the wrong way. I hate all the Monster Hunter games. I don't know why. Yeah, it is. It's a very fine line of the burden of time against the instant gratification, where, I don't know. Now, like, don't get me wrong, streaming, yeah, like, I wish I would have started on Guild Wars, because this has been so much fun. I started the series Aragon, and I've never been a big reader, because I always felt like I was wasting time. And now, it's like I can allow myself to relax, suppress all my anxiety and issues I have with myself, and I can let that story play out, and it doesn't take as much energy to stop focusing on either my body parts hurting, but I can let my mind open up and really live in that story, and I'm loving it. And I think my wife is loving it more than I'm loving it. But it's stuff like that that you take for granted, and I look back and I have so many years wasted, to where it's like, I wish I would have picked up a book and gave it a try. I wish I would have, I'm more open now. The military kind of shut me down to a one-way thinking machine. Yeah, in the military it's good, but it's wrong when you turn back into a civilian. It's so hard to get out of that. It really is. And it's not only hard for you, but it's hard for your spouse, your siblings, your parents. It's hard for them too, because they remember you before the military, and then you come back like this, and you deal with all the troubles that sit on your heart, not them. I missed this big blob in the I went all the way around the outside. Hey, Pascal, thank you for the follow, my guy. And thank you for setting in the chat and chatting it up. The same with Lunar Lily. Again, thank you for, hanging out and chatting. I appreciate it. It helps my stream go so much faster. Well, I appreciate both of you so much. Yeah, if you could make a game and you understood the fine line of balance, 1, what would your game be about? 2, how would you keep players interested without instant gratification? Yeah, it means the world to me. Like, don't get me wrong. I know some people, they, either run into bad luck or, they think, oh, I'm gonna make streaming my new job. I'm gonna get on here for 8 hours a day. But that's not being authentic, because you're forcing that. I only stream when I play, and sometimes I don't even stream. I just play for me, because it's what I enjoy doing. So now, instead of forcing it, I can just have a normal conversation, even if no one's watching. See, and that's where my greatest weapon lies, because my mother is always watching. My mom has taught me how to game since I could stand, and she still loves watching me play games. And I am so thankful for her support. But it does. It means the world to me, just anybody tuning in and saying hi. You don't even have to like the game. You want to talk about engineering? Okay. What do you want to engineer? You want to talk about science? Alright. Do you believe in aliens? Like, anything. I don't even care. Right. Too concerned about trying to get views. And I'm trying, so my little one, alright, if you guys have kids or anybody watches a stream, if your little ones like Roblox and stuff, my little one, Girly Girl Emerald, has her YouTube, Girly Girl Emerald at YouTube, and she does streams on Roblox and other games that we play as a daddy-daughter combo. So that's what gets me through sometimes. Sometimes I don't feel like streaming at all. And it's like, let's just play. Let's let everything melt away. But then it's nice to have the stream on just to meet new people. My wife doesn't always want to game, and that's fine. She wants to read and do the things that she enjoys. So just having someone to talk to while I'm gaming is more, in my opinion, than actually gaming with someone. One of my coding classes, we had to basically make your diagram, have your rooms, have your items in the room. One of the rooms, if you did not go to every room before you found the boss, then you lost. The only way that to beat it was to actually navigate to find every item and then find the boss room. But you started out not knowing how many items you needed. I actually wrote that while doing testing for a company down in Texas. And I was working 13 to 16 hour days and also writing code for my final project. Hey, it was a blast. Can't say the same for the people, but yeah, it was a blast. And that was all using Python. And I've used C++, I've used C Sharp. I do like the Unreal Engine simply because the blueprint system is phenomenal. Once you understand the blueprinting, it's basically code with little nodes. So instead of actually writing it out, Git or your info and stuff like that, it's just a node, and that node contains the code, and you just plug it in. Yeah, check that out if you ever get into anything. See, that's pretty cool. That's using your mind. So you're always keeping someone interacted with your program because they're always looking over at that bar. Swap to Jerry, that iron ore. Yeah, that sounds cool. There's some games I've messed with. The first thing that I ever got involved with was actually writing a bot to play Diablo 2. And I think I was like maybe 10, 11 years old. Maybe even younger, maybe even 9. But we started getting into these groups of coders, me and my best friend at the time. And he kind of understood it. It kind of clicked with me. You basically have your lines of code and you start setting everything up, and I was hooked. That was the one thing that, I don't know, I could set for hours, just try and try and try, and it failed so many times, especially using your screen coordinates and where the mouse would click. That's what would get me. And I think it took me about 4 months of just messing with it, and then one day it logged in all by its own. It selected the character, and then it would still get stuck. Don't get me wrong, it would still get stuck on some things, so I just kept working on it, and we kind of looked at how it was made and then started copying different parts over so it had a better understanding of where it was. And that's how it all started for me, was just coding with one of my friends for a game. And then it was on one day and I went to school and I left it playing, and my mom thought my computer was like possessed because it was playing all by itself. But yeah, I loved programming. Oh, it grew extra appendages. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Hey, quit chasing me. Use this. And I ain't making that jump. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Jump for it, Jerry. Oh, for sure. Once you do what they've done, it does. It makes you appreciate it a lot more. And it's like, man, like I remember bashing certain, game devs like, oh, it's not that hard. Just make it like this. And it's like, then you got to do it, and it's like, all right, it's a little hard. Where you hit that almost like a reader's block, but like a game dev block, and it's like, I understand why some systems start to make sense and then they just kind of fade off, and now they do not make sense. So, what's your favorite ARPG? Ooh, Darksiders. I would have to say mine would be the Diablo series. But, I don't know, Titan Quest is... I really enjoyed Titan Quest. Or even way back when playing like Fate. Now, what would it be called? A CRPG? Basically you're turn-based. Yeah, I played the first Darksiders where you were War. But I didn't play any... I think it was the first one, right? That you played as War? But other than that, I did not play any of the other Darksiders. I lied. I tried, I think, Darksiders 3 for like 15 minutes. So you can do mastery points before... Maybe the one mastery point I just couldn't find. Yeah, I enjoyed... I mean, I enjoyed the first one and the way, the art style of it. but I can't say really the story. Back then I was kind of closed off, so it was more or less the gameplay. What's going on here? Gotta be in this house. Any tunnels? Oh, no tunnels. Yeah, I would say, I mean, even Grim Dawn. Like, I thought about streaming Grim Dawn with the Diablo 2 mod on it. It was pretty cool. And even playing just Grim Dawn, the storyline in that was pretty cool too. Tell me, secrets? Maybe it's up on land and I gotta go down. Yeah, dude, if you ever jump on, let me know what your in-game name is and I'll add you. I'll help you out as much as I can. Oh, are you on the... Well, what is it? I think it's just 2 servers now, isn't it? I think it is. I think it's just like, I don't know. I don't want to say European, but I think it's. Actually, can we see that? Let's log out real quick. Character select. Yeah, it's just yeah, it is America or Europe, which I think you can. I don't know if your guys transfer. I'm trying to get this damn mastery point. What is going on here? Hello? You have mastery for me? Hold up. Something ain't right. There's gotta be a cave. How do I get in these houses? North America? Yeah. I think, yeah, I'm on that one. I'm not on the European server. Which is kind of nice that they did it like that. I know at one time it was a bunch of servers or server based. You gotta go further away to come back to what you need. Just the way it is. Alright, let's look this up real quick. What is this? Mastery point in Bloodtide Coast. This is saying that it has some kind of ice block. Ain't no ice block. Where? A small hole with an ice block. It's warm in these waters. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, I don't think you can add accounts. I think you gotta add... Oh wait, maybe it's point instead of hash. Let's try .3042. Hey! So it does, but it's not the pound sign. It's dot. We are now friends. Where's this damn mastery point? What's going on here? Oh, that's why. So you can't get this mastery point. It's a part of the dragon response mission. Okay, that makes more sense. Alright, so now that we know that, we can go about our business. And we just need to get the 70 to unlock the next part of our story. So, yeah, man. If you ever need help, just let me know and I'll come help you. Yeah, the game is pretty straightforward, but sometimes it is fun to play with friends. So, and I got you. I got you. I'm going to try to revive my guild to see if I can get enough people and then start pushing into getting, unless all that came out after. It might have. Let's work on this heart. Yeah, for those who check out my stream, if you play Guild Wars and forge a new path, or even come together and make a new guild, don't bother me none. Oh, goodness. Got blasted. Shoot. Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of like my thing. I know a lot of people click on videos to either check out like PvP. I would like to get into like World versus World again. I did some, but I barely remember it. Do that, get a group of people that want to play together and just run around doing events and stuff and having fun. So let's work on this heart. Yeah, like literally my best friend's dad was still in the guild and he's been offline for 10 years, 8 months. And somehow it was level 0. I don't know, I thought we did some of that too, but who knows, it might have reset or something like that. Yeah, right, I ain't going near mines. That's a death sentence, my guy. Yeah, that's the type of stuff I get into. I'm kind of a weird nerd. I love being a nerd, but I have prior military service, carpenter at heart. Love the program. I just get into everything. I wanted to defuse it. See, death sentence right there. Why you never approach an IED. Ever. My guy, don't run on that. Yeah, and streaming it's opened up a whole new world to where, like, don't get me wrong, I like playing and having that me time, but it's still, it's nice to be able to just play and have people jump on, watch, talk. I never thought I would stream or do anything like this. Boom! Blasted! It did. It kind of just, I don't know. I enjoy it. I'm having fun. I'm not treating it like a second job. It's just for fun. How are you even supposed to get close enough? We know what took you guys out. Just trying to build up some followers. Get my list pumped up a little bit. I know some people don't like streaming on Twitch and they'll say they take your money and stuff like that, which might be true. I don't know. I've never been an affiliate or anything like that. That was just one of the achievements, so it was like, you know what, like, let me try it. So we gotta run. Oh goodness, we're gonna die. Never mind, we okay. Alright, let's go over and get this hero point, which it says it's still up, so yeah. I don't know, I get into a lot of stuff. Used to love playing D&D a lot. Yeah, I'd say one of my favorite games growing up was actually Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance on the PlayStation 2. Yeah, because that led me into playing like Champions of Norath. Love Champions of Norath. I actually still have it and we still play it. Here's a hint. Don't play as a cleric. They suck. The expansion makes them a little bit better. Gauntlet. See, I played... Did you ever play the remastered Gauntlet? I played Gauntlet a little bit with some of my family members on my mother's side. And it was fun, but I never owned it. The remastered edition, I think it might only be like $10 now. The remastered Gauntlet is a blast. Give me them tap roots. Ah, ruined. I keep saying I gotta get better gathering equipment. So we gotta decipher Dwarven headstones and protect Priory researchers. Okay. Yeah, I always like playing, or if you want to go really old school, look up the game Nox. Nox was fun. It had more involvement with puzzles and different playthroughs to where you could do different things. But basically I think you get sucked into a TV and you go back. Did you used to play that? Oh, I used to love playing Nox, especially when it had a multiplayer, and then they shut down the servers for it. Or technically, I don't even think it was a multiplayer of the game. I think it was more... Where are these headstones? It was like a soccer game that you could play with each other. Can I just kill these things? Will that do the trick? Yep, playing Nox. Oh, it was badass. I used to love playing that. Give me an idea. I might stream it. Gotta be around here, but what headstones? Dungeon Siege? It's so funny you bring that up too, because me and my wife was talking, and I was like, they made a movie about Dungeon Siege with Jason Statham, where he plays as the farmer. Or Farmer, that's his name. And it's in the name of the king. It took me like 40 minutes to find that. Oh, so the headstones are inside. What's going on here? Below the name are 3 lines, weathered runes. Only 1 word in each line is legible. Armor, merchant, storage. Which do you read? We'll do storage. That ain't good. It, in fact, was not storage. PSP. Yep. Oh, man. I remember playing, like, when PSP first came out, I remember having a kid that sat in front of me in high school, Kale Moore. He had a PSP, and I would play Liberty Cities on it. Yeah, the PSP was so far ahead of its time, it was very underappreciated, in my opinion. So we tried the first one. We tried the third one. Let's try the middle one. What is going on here? Okay, so that's obviously not the third one, or not the middle, not the third, not the first. So let's go back out and try the other ones. Yeah, I'd say Dungeon Siege was a really fun one, but I remember it's called Enslaved. Or Enslaved? Or Enclave. Maybe it's Enclave. We tried the first one, now we're doing the second one. Oh, more harpies. Man, I suck at this game. Okay, so Not the first one, not the second one. So that's definitely storage. Which would mean... Probably going to be wrong, but whatever. Or no, we'll do the first one. So this one has to be storage. Not storage. Oh, never gets old. Oh, you can do these again? That one was storage. I think that one was the first one. So this one has to be the second one. It has to be the middle one. Gotta be. It's gotta be, my guy. Kill these real quick, finish this heart out. Oh dear. Put that down. 69.5. So, let's go down here. Alright, let's go around here. Yeah, so far I'm loving the story of Guild Wars 2. Especially now paying attention to it. Yeah, I think I would like to go back and maybe play some retro games like Nox or like Dungeon Siege and stuff like that. It's something that would be fun. Kind of nostalgia too. Bring people together, talk about their times in it. Hello Mama Summers, how are you? To clear the dredge and turrets from the area, use cannonballs to open armory doors and sabotage munitions. You were napping? Sometimes that's all we need. We just need a little nap. Oh, this doesn't even count. Run away! We're gonna run off this. See if we can last. If we went too far, it's not this. Where's the heart? The heart is up this way, so why would that not count? That's kind of weird that it wouldn't count right there. And why is everyone always immune? Immune to everything. We're down our Sword of Justice. Make a little bubble. Yeah, once we hit 70, then we get the next part of our story. Yeah, we didn't miss much. We did some of the story. I am getting completion for killing these, right? If not, I'll stop wasting my time. My guy. Okay, we're getting a little bit. There's just so many of them. We're killing this. Oh, that's why we need to open them doors. Put this down, throw our turret. Give us a little space to think. Alright. Oh, rich gold mine. We struck gold, boys. Alright, so let's go back up here. Yeah, it's been actually a pretty good day for streaming. We got a couple followers. I appreciate you guys so much. Getting in, talking about... We just got a bunch of experience. Oh, am I out of gathering tools? Are you kidding me? We'll have to wait to gather the gold. Yeah, it's been nice talking about older games and coding and stuff like that. Are you watching her? She just went back. She got to stay another night since they're going to Florida. Don't you take my cannonballs. Bust this baby down. Oh, goodness. Oh, you can do this. Okay. Well, I don't feel so bad. Boom, there it is. Level up. Curse these little legs. I think a week from Saturday. So I think, yeah, we'll get her back one more time. And then that Saturday, she'll leave for Florida. Alright, so you know what that means. Story time. We gotta go to Trainhard.